In this, we are going to discuss roles in a software companies or IT companies. If I'm going to start my career in IT company, so from which area should I start my career? Or is there any chance that if I have chosen A and if I want to move to the B in future, so is it possible or not? So these all things we are going to discuss after a small intro. And before that, don't forget to like and share this video. And if you like the content, please consider subscribing fundootesters.
Camera rolling, action.
So first start with the technical categories. So in IT company, there will be a core technical roles. Those are, first of all, it will fall into two categories, front end and back end. So for front end, whatever applications we are using, for example, Android application, iOS application, web application, we are installing in the PC, Windows or Mac, and browser side, whatever sites we are going to open in a browser side. We are going www.google.com or facebook.com. So those are browser sites. Basically, we are consuming from a browser. And another is a backend. So along with all this category, it will go into a particular backend. So front end side, we are using a application, and these applications they are going to install in a server. So for example, for this they are working on a Java, Python, C++, .NET. Apart from there are a networking, database analyst. Apart from data scientists, there are many jobs are available. And for all this category, for example, front end, so there will be a dedicated development team. For front end, there will be a dedicated testing team. Same will fall for a backend as well. For backend, there will be a developer who are going to develop a backend using a few Java technologies. Let's say they are going to use a Spring framework or Hibernate, or if they are going to use a Python, they are going to use Django or some other framework. And particular language also they are going to use. From example, browser side, so which language they are going to choose, React, Angular, or any other, JavaScript, HTML, CSS. These all technologies falls into a browser side. For example, they are going to use a Android, so again also they are going to use, they can use Kotlin or any other similar technologies for a Android application development. Now same will go into testing. So for example, if someone is working on a front end, so testing can be a manual testing or automation testing. If someone is doing a automation testing, then they will go with the one programming language. So tester will go with the Java and they will use some tool for an Android application automation. For example, they are going to use APM. If it is a browser side, then they will use a combination of a Java plus Selenium. If it is a backend technology, they are going to test APIs. Then they will work on a Java plus REST assured. Like that, they are going to choose a technology. So basically, why I am explaining all this. And apart from there are some niche categories. So those are Scrum Master, Product Owner, Project Manager, R&D team. They are doing some research and development. If some new project is coming on, so they will define the technologies. They will do some research. They will check the feasibility studies or future or everything. They will decide. And another is a business analyst. So there are many roles, but most of the time we are not going to start with this role. Basically we are going to start with this category. Now the question is, how can I choose particular category? First of all, if you are coming from an IT background, then you should know which language you are comfortable with in during the engineering days or during the graduation time. You should have gone through the different programming languages or network or database. If you are comfortable with any language, for example, you are comfortable with the Java or you are comfortable with the Python and you like coding. If you don't like coding, no. So if you like a coding, then if you are comfortable with the Python, then you can choose a Python. Now Python, which technology? Basically it falls into a backend, or what application can be built using a Python. Around your area, you have to explore a job. For example, you are comfortable with Java, but you don't have much interest or you don't have that much expertise in Java. So you can start with the testing, or slowly you can move to the automation, where compared to the development, less coding is required in a automation. But again, In automation, you cannot work without coding. You have to write a coding. Basically, whatever technology job you are going to choose from this category, you have to write a code. Without coding, you cannot survive into this category. And in future, for example, after you have worked 8 years or 10 years or let's say maybe 5 years or 3 years, you are not comfortable with anyone. You have started with the development, but you are not able to complete your work. Somehow you are losing the interest. Then slowly you can move to this category, which are scrum master, product owner, project manager. For example, you have to be a development to a scrum master. You want to move from development to scrum master. So basically you have to go through some certifications or some courses are available, and based on that you can move to the scrum master or a PMP or some project management related course are available. So from that you can move to the product owner or project manager. But again, if you are starting with a development or testing role and you are starting with the coding, so initial days everyone are struggling with the coding, but eventually in future or after few years of experience, all will be comfortable with the coding and all can be able to do the job. But now question is, if you don't have coding experience, then what can be done? You have to work in IT industry, but you don't have a coding experience, or you don't like coding, then what to do? So for you, there is a non-technical jobs in a IT company. So basically, first one is a designer. So in designer, basically they will design the application. So for example, I'm using a Instagram application. So what is a user experience? What designer will do? So basically they are going to design a screen of the application. For example, here the company name or logo should be displayed, here all the stories should be displayed, here profile name, here all the posts should be displayed. So these things come from the designer. Basically designer will create the design using few tools, and later on development and testing team will start working on this one. So if you are comfortable with the design, you have a creative approach, you have a creative mindset, which one looks good, which one doesn't looks good. So in that case, you can go with the designer. Another is a tech support. So whenever we are ordering from someone, let's say Zomato or Swiggy, and food is not reaching on time, so we will call someone. So those people are from technical support. They have a limited understanding of a technology, but they are not doing a coding. Basically they are able to understand the people problem, end user problem, and they are converting to technological team. They are conveying a complete message to a appropriate team. Basically they are making a bridge between user and technical people, and they are trying to solve your problem. So you can choose a technical support role, HR role. For example, company is hiring, so definitely you will get a call, hello, are you looking for a job? So all these people you can choose. Finance role, end of the day you are going to get a salary, your job letter, everything is defined by the finance role. In which quarter how much money they are going to match, how much money they are going to spend on which category. So finance role is there. Apart from a sales and marketing guys will be there. If I have developed the software, or development team has developed the software, so basically they are going to sell the software and they are going to make money. So there will be a two dedicated team. One is a marketing who do the advertisement, and another is a sales team who grabs the client from a market. For example, I want to do something and they are grabbing a business for me. If once they will grab the business from the market, later on technical team will start working on or start implementing the things. Next is a operation. So someone has started a big companies, and thousands of employees are working there at some place. So definitely they will need a stationery, they will need a Wi-Fi, laptop. So all these things managed by the operation team. They are taking care of all the things. Company need 5 AC, 1 monitor, something on something. They are providing a mouse, headphones, all these things operation teams will manage. Later on, nowadays content creator job is also booming. For example, every company has a blogs, they have a social media handles, companies are present on the Twitter, LinkedIn. So for that they are writing a technical content, even non-technical content. For example, they are working on some very good technology and they want to market the things. So for that they need a technical writer who understand the technology but who don't have a technical experience, who don't know how to write a code, but they have an understanding of the technology. So they will gather the knowledge from the technical team, and they will convert into a blogs or a images or meaningful videos, and they will publish on a social media. So this is the another booming role as a content creator. So based on your interest, if you are familiar with the coding, you should go with the technical jobs. If you are non familiar with the coding, you can start with the non-technical jobs. I hope everything is clear. If you have any concern, feel free to drop in a comment section. I will be happy to answer. And don't forget to like and share this video, and consider subscribing fundootesters. Thank you so much. See you with the next topic. Thank you.